No, it's gone. It's all
It's
gone.
all gone.
It's all gone.
All of it.
I just wanted the Sunflora wall print. That's all I wanted. And it just says out of stock.
Yeah,
Dang.
the whole website now.
So,
All of it's out of stock.
hi everyone. Welcome to a
Yep.
sad episode of the Pokebeach.com podcast YouTube show thingamabob. I'm
The thingamabob.
I'm John. I go by Water Pokemon Master on the website, and I am joined by...
Justin Basil of justinbasil.com.
And we are sad to report that the Van Gogh promotion has just gone live on the Pokemon Center website, and we can't get any of the products in our carts. And, right?
I can get it in the cart, or I got some of it in the cart. You just can't check out with it because it's already sold out.
All right, so let's start with the big news of the week that's strung out across several news stories, but we'll start with the most recent one. The Pokemon Center's Van Gogh merchandise collaboration is now live on the Pokemon Center website. As of this promotion going live, we see that most of the items are listed as sold out or out of stock, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the products are gone yet. The website is currently struggling to handle all of the people visiting. Of course, many of those people are bots, but they might also be staggering the release of some of the products so that it's not all gone at once. So I suggest you keep trying to get them, and we'll see if they're actually gone. I don't know. It's so early. The promotion just launched. Would all of those items really be gone that quickly?
Yeah, I feel like they would be, unfortunately.
I don't know. That's just so fast. It's incredible how popular this franchise is now.
I mean, if you look at like tournament registrations for regionals and internationals, you get events like North America International Championships this last year that sold out in seconds.
Yeah.
And you're looking, and this is TCG, you're looking at close to 2,000 spots gone in seconds.
Yeah, and this promotion is for general Pokemon fans. So the news has spread all over large gaming websites and social media. So most people, I feel, that are into Pokemon are aware of this. So they're all probably trying to scramble for the merchandise and that promo. As we posted 2 days ago, you'll receive one copy of the Pikachu with gray felt hat promo for every piece of merchandise from the Van Gogh Museum collection you get. This includes a plush, some figures, TCG accessories, posters, wall prints, and more. Yesterday, the Pokemon Center had listed that the Pikachu card would be foil, but they have since corrected that. So it's going to match the promo card that was given out at the museum in Amsterdam. The museum will also be launching its own line of Pokemon merchandise. And I think this is a good segue actually into the crazy scalping story. So should we go to that?
Yes, let's. The crazy scalping story, otherwise known as scalpers that don't actually touch the Pokemon franchise except to make money off of it, ruin the Pokemon franchise. Yep.
So there is several videos and reports from social media showing that the museum, the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, was overrun by scalpers on the first day. There's video that we have. I don't know if we should play it here. Okay, there you go. So as you can see in this video, they are going nuts over this merchandise, grabbing it, practically tripping over each other. It looks like this one woman is being like shoved.
It's literally being damaged too.
But merchandise, yeah, it's we got an eyewitness account from a user on Twitter named Nathan Wincup, who summed up the sentiments of many people we saw on Twitter who went to the museum. He said, "The Van Gogh Museum Pokemon exhibit is lovely. Unfortunately, it's marred by scalpers hoarding multiple promo cards and picking the gift shop clean, and poor management of all of the above." So it seems like they really were not prepared for Pokemania, apparently.
No, they definitely weren't.
I don't know. People were trying to pin the fault on the Pokemon Company for this, but I don't know if it's their fault. To me, it seems like the museum did not manage the event well.
I mean, is the museum gonna be ever gonna be prepared for a mass chaos like this? So Pokemon Company could have prepared them, or warned them at least.
Well, I'm sure the Pokemon Company did. they've dealt with this many times before. You know, they've had lots of collaborations with companies, so I'm sure they probably told the museum, but I don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. But to me, it's like there should have been some basic rules in place at the museum, which clearly weren't. For example, we had reports of so at the museum, to get the Pikachu card, you have to fill out this pamphlet, this Pokemon activity pamphlet to get the card. We have multiple reports of people jumping into that line several times to get hordes of the cards. And we also have reports of people at the museum trying to literally grab the cards out of people's hands as they were exiting the museum. So it just seems to me like the museum did not prepare for this well with proper security and rules. I mean, to me, it'd be like you should only get one card if you go to the museum at the end of your visit. You know, it does. I don't think people should have more than one.
No, and it's a little frustrating too, because I've heard stories on Twitter of people literally flying from other countries to go to Amsterdam specifically so they could scalp the product and the card.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because they're loving fans and they just want to experience it and get one card.
Nope.
I thought that's what you were going to say. Oh,
if
yeah.
only.
The scalpers, yeah, and we have images here like of screenshots from eBay showing that like this one listing has like 30 of the cards. It's like how could anybody get that by normal means if they weren't doing something shady? So because of all this craziness, the museum has implemented a purchase limit now. So all of their exclusive merchandise at the event, which is what the people were scrambling over in that video, all the merchandise at the museum, you can only purchase one of each item now. So that's the limit they have. Otherwise, they would run out with all these people scalping it. And the promo right now is going for like $300 to $400 on auction websites, and the plushes and other merchandise, which some of which is going to be on the Pokemon Center's website, or I guess not anymore. It's being before the Pokemon Center launched their merchandise this morning. This merchandise from the museum was being scalped for like 4 or 5 times the price. I don't even want to know what it's going to go for now if the Pokemon Center is actually sold out of all of that. But it's just been, this whole promotion has been very messy. The other thing that happened that I want to touch base on was that when as I'm showing here in the news story, the original news story, when the museum and Pokemon first announced this promotion earlier in the week, the museum had some very strange wording on their website that seemed to imply that the promo cards, that there would be promo cards only available in the Netherlands at the museum. And a lot of people on Twitter were confused about this, including myself. And it seemed like they were kind of implying that there would be exclusive promo cards at the museum beyond the Pikachu, because that's what happened with the Scream promotion back in 2018. So then when Pokemon released their press materials, there weren't any additional promo card images. Then we had reached out to the museum and they responded saying that there weren't other promo cards. And then a day later, they updated their page to clear up the wording to make it not ambiguous. So it was even like there was some confusion even with the wording that the museum put out, which was not helpful and caused a lot of questions. And then the Pokemon Center itself also listed the Pikachu promo, as you see in this news story, as being a foil card. On the Pokemon Center website, they called it a special foil card, which was like, okay, well now why are they saying this now when the museum is giving out non-foil cards? So it's just a lot of like, and now you've got the Pokemon Center's rollout of the merchandise being chaotic, and the scalpers at the museum and rules not being enforced. It just seems like this entire promotion has been a complete mess.
Yeah, that's a great summary. It's a big mess. They've bungled all the information for people, and Pokemon people, and both of us are guilty of this, picking apart every single word and everything related to Pokemon, just because that's how we get all of our information, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, this is pretty rough.
Yeah, so it's like when these official sources are putting out written statements, we have to report on that. And we don't just copy and paste things into our news stories. We analyze it. We deconstruct it. You know, we want it to be clear so that because people are going to ask us a ton of questions. So that's what our duty is. It's not just to like copy and paste the news and throw it up. We help interpret it for our readers and give the different perspectives on what we think is going on. So for example, for this foil card, we were like, oh, it could be a mistake on the website because the one given out at the museum is non-holo. But, you know, some people on social media were questioning our reliability by posting all this information, but it's like, it's not coming from us. It's literally Pokemon and the museum's own words. And that's all we can report on. So it's like, don't shoot the messenger. We're just reporting what they're saying and trying to give updates on what's going on.
Like if Pokemon says something and we echo what they say, it's not on us.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
So is that all we want to say about this Van Gogh promotion?
I think so. But since we're talking about foil, let's talk about foil, shall we?
Foil?
Let's look at the Cosmos foil.
Oh, okay. We're moving on to our next story. And just real quick, I just want to say one more thing about the Van Gogh thing. Like, honestly, I feel really turned off by this whole promotion, and it's just so difficult to even get any of the merchandise on the website or the promo card. It's like, I don't even want it now because it's just so much work to get it. And you think it would just be like a very simple process to go on the website, get maybe 1 or 2 items, get 1 or 2 cards and check out. But you just try to load it on. Imagine just all the little kids right now or their parents just trying to go on their phones to just grab something real quick. And, you know, like maybe they want a wall print or you know, card sleeves and they just can't get it. It's just like a very disappointing experience as a Pokemon fan. And I'm just turned off by it. Yeah. Like, I'm going to look maybe 1 or 2 more times today because I have to go on a film set. And if it's not there, I'm just going to give up. Like, I don't care at that point.
I genuinely wonder if they should just do a pre-order and then figure out what people want and then make it and then kill it. Because that way, at least it's like, okay, well, we have orders for, 20,000 Sunflora wall arts. Let's make the 20,000 Sunflora wall arts.
Yeah.
And then we can remove it from the site after we've gotten that big wave.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's almost like they do it on purpose, like as artificial scarcity or something to make their items seem more in demand. I don't know. It's just, I don't understand why it has to be this way. So.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to say. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. I'll probably bring it up during these other articles. But anyway, so our next news story of the week was that Scarlet and Violet 151. Remember that set? It feels so long ago now. After all that,
it came out last Friday?
Yeah, it feels so long ago.
Friday.
I already forgot about it.
It's because we're already on Paradox Rift.
I know.
That's the set now.
No, well, not even really. But so Scarlet and Violet 151, the Holo Energy are printed on 2 different holofoil papers. So I put in this article a lot more details, but you have the original holofoil from the original Japanese cards and that was used by Wizards of the Coast starting in base set 2. So this holofoil, which has pixely circles and galaxy swirls that are pixely, was used by the trading card game till the final set of the Diamond and Pearl era in 2011, which was Call of Legends. And then they continued to use it on promo cards until the middle of the next generation, Black and White. And then they retired it altogether. So this foil has not been seen in the card game since like 2012 or 13. Then they brought it back just recently in the Scarlet and Violet era on promo cards like the Growlithe and cards like that. So it made a triumphant return. In 2012 and 2013, when they retired the original holofoil, they came out with this new sort of HD version of it that I kind of dubbed HD Galaxy or HD Cosmos holofoil, which features smoother circles, and the only shapes in the holofoil are circles and galaxies. And the difference between, you can read the article for more details, but the difference between these two holofoils is that the original glitters more and is more pixelated, whereas the new version is smoother but not as shiny, not as reflective. So this was the holofoil that they were using up until the promo cards from last year's Scarlet and Violet, but it appears that there's still some leftover stock of it and that they're using it on these basic energy. So you're going to get the potentially you're going to get this old HD Galaxy holofoil paper on your basic energy, or you could get the original Cosmos holofoil or Galaxy holofoil that was used in the Wizards of the Coast days. I don't know. Did I make any sense when I said all that?
Yeah, I think you did. I mean, I much prefer the original Cosmos holofoil, and I'm pretty sure you do too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I want play sets of all. I'm gonna play set for 18 energy for all these basic energy color types, because I have an ETB I haven't opened from 151 yet. I'm gonna open it hopefully fairly soon, and I'm hoping that I don't get any of the HD print in there. I don't want that foil. I would much prefer the original.
And the HD print seems to be rare, much more rare, which is why we think it's just leftover paper that they were using from the last generation to get rid of it. I also saw in the comments on the website that this HD paper was also used for some of the Scarlet and Violet promos that came out. So maybe one of the factories didn't get the memo and they're using the HD paper on accident, or maybe it's just leftover paper. We don't know why.
I hope it's leftover.
I just hope it's leftover too. But
yeah,
I'm gonna get play sets of all these too. I think I saw on eBay that they're only like, I don't know, I think one is just maybe like $2 or something, and they have like lots of them for even cheaper. So this will be really easy to get, and I want to bling out all my decks. I only have like 2 decks right now, but I want to bling them out with this foil energy and get a bunch that will that I can use in the future. And we also reported in the news story that when you get any individual 151 product, like for example the ETB that Justin Basil was just talking about that he has in his room, all of the energy inside will be the same foil. But if you get an ETB from another source, like another store, another country, you might get a different batch of energy. But within the exact same physical product, you'll always get the same foil. Or at least you got 151. I went to all my local stores were sold out of it, and then I went to Target to get a Bulbasaur pillow and just looked at the TCG section. And let's get back to the Scalpers real quick, actually, because it's relevant. I went, so this, I had made a, what news story did I put that in? Oh, I put that in the Van Gogh.
Yes.
So in the Van Gogh scalping story, while we're talking about 151, I had made a tweet, just a throwaway tweet. I didn't even think much of it, but every time I go into these stores, I always ask their TCG, or I ask their employees what's going on with the TCG section. So an employee told me, well, there's no 151 here because there was a scalper who jumped the guy that was trying to stock the shelves yesterday of the TCG products, and the sheriff was called, and the supplier is scared and refusing to come back to our store anymore. So as you can see in the picture, there is no 151 stock at all. And this tweet really took off, got tons of comments and retweets. I think it got like 1 million views, because I guess this is a universal thing that people are dealing with, that scalpers are coming back to these stores and taking away all the product. And
with Walmart, for example, go to Walmart and I have a decent rep with the guy that does their merchandise at my local Walmart, and he's from a supplier called Anderson Merchandisers. And the problem they've had, he was telling me, is they've had literally people following the suppliers from store to store. And then at one point they even had like air tags stuck to the other side of their vehicle so they can chase them and follow them. And like,
I might be wrong about this, but I think like Walmart and Target, I think I don't think they make money off the individual products. I think they make money off the product space that's there, like renting out the space to those. Is that what it is?
Walmart, at least. Walmart. I'm not sure about Target. I can't speak for Target, but from when I've talked to with the merchandiser, Walmart does what's called pay from scan. So when that product passes from over its register, basically, that's when they pay for the product and get money for that product. The supplier has already paid the Pokemon Company. Pokemon Company doesn't care.
Wait, I'm confused. So the stores only care about the items when they've been sold, but if they're stolen, they don't care.
They don't care. At least Walmart doesn't. Walmart really doesn't care, and you can see that in the way their merchandise laid out. Like they kind of sort of try to protect it because it does hurt sales when it's an item that could sell.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, if there's a whole bunch of 151 ETBs and somebody steals a bunch of them or tears them open and opens all the packs on the shelf, that no longer can sell. So they do care a little bit, but like in terms of merchandise that they sell themselves, they don't really care that much.
Right. Okay. Well. And then I guess that when stores like Target impose purchase limits and stuff like that, that's to protect like the quality of shopping there for their customers.
And yeah, basically to protect them, protect the customer. Like it's one thing if everybody's bum rushing to counters and sweeping everything and just making a big scene and potentially hurting people. But if there's like if you go to a business knowing that you can only get one or only get two, your behavior hopefully at least will be different.
All right, so I think that's it with all the scalping stuff. So let's talk about a couple of other small news stories of the week. Pikachu promo number 101 has released or has been uploaded to the Pokemon TCG Live app. You can see it right here. It's got a Play Pokemon stamp. This card was illustrated by Jiro Sasumo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He won the 2020 Pokemon Illustrator Contest with his Charizard artwork, which shows Charizard in a stadium facing off against an unknown opponent. And this Pikachu art is the reverse of that Charizard card, and it answers the question of who that Charizard was facing off against. It was Pikachu, as you can see right here.
Poor Charizard, he's going to lose so catastrophically.
What'd you say?
Say poor Charizard, he's going to lose so catastrophically.
Oh, yeah, especially if it's Ash's Pikachu. Oh, maybe, that could be referencing maybe the Ash versus Leon battle. I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably not. But
I could see it.
So this Pikachu released in some Asian countries last month. It was first released to commemorate Worlds 2023, which is why it has a Worlds 2023 stamp in this picture. Then they released the Pikachu card in English, but with an Asia Championship Series stamp for countries that had that tournament. But now we get it with the Play Pokemon stamp, although we don't actually know how we are going to get it yet. But presumably it will release in relation to Play Pokemon events. So the release should be tied to organized play. But we will have to stay tuned for that. Any theories on how they might release it?
I mean, maybe they'll finally give us a way to use like play points to get it.
Oh, maybe.
That we haven't had a use for play points in quite a while.
That would be nice. All right, our next news story of the week is that the Special Debt Set EX Venusaur and Charizard and Blastoise, what a mouthful, have been revealed. This is 360 card decks, all reprints featuring Venusaur EX, Charizard EX, or Blastoise EX. The Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise have alternate art. They're the same cards as from 151, but with new artwork. And they'll come with the usual playmat deck box and TCG accessories for 5,550 yen.
Do we know if there's going to be anything new in it, or is it just all reprints, or do we not know that
They've
yet?
only shown reprints so far, so I'm assuming it's going to all be reprints. Like it has the Venusaur deck has Tropius from Paldea Evolved. The Charizard deck has Armor Rouge
Yeah.
from Scarlet and Violet, and the Blastoise EX deck has Keldeo from Astral Radiance. So I don't know how we're gonna get these promos in America, but maybe in a tin, like a
4. I would guess 4.5. They might use it to try to pad out 4.5.
Maybe. That's true.
I mean, yeah, it's a maybe for sure, but yeah.
No, I mean that's a good theory. Or maybe the spring tins, spring 2024 tins. Maybe, I don't know. And then our final news story of the week, which was posted as we were getting ready for this podcast when the Pokemon Center dropped all the Van Gogh merchandise. Our final news story of the week is that a new version of the Heavy Hitters Premium Collection is now at Sam's Club. I think this is the first time we are getting an updated version of an existing product. So the 2022 version had Lucario V from Fusion Strike and Tyranitar V from Fusion Strike. And the new 2023 version has Lucario V from Astral Radiance and Tyranitar V from Battle Styles. So, and they have different booster packs between them. So I think this is the first time we've gotten like a different version in a year, like a 2022 version and a 2023 version of the same product.
I think it's a good update though. Like you get the good Tyranitar in it. You get some more recent packs, some more valuable packs, frankly. So it's a good update.
Yeah, it comes with 14 booster packs for $39.98. So the little kids will definitely love that. All right, so I think that's it for the news this week. Oh, what a crazy week it was.
Yeah, you had a lot to cover this week.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. And information was changing or wasn't clear, and there had to be a lot of updates. And yeah, I mean, I love running this website. That's why I've been doing it for 20 years. I want to keep fans informed, let them know about all the information, and want us all to enjoy the Pokemon trading card game together, even when the company makes it a little difficult sometimes. Or maybe I shouldn't be blaming them. Maybe I should be blaming the Scalpers. I don't know.
Even
who to
when we
blame.
can't get our Sunflora wall art.
Oh, wait, I want to check one more time. Okay, look, I'm refreshing. Hold on. I'm going to check. Is it there? Is it there? Nope. Okay.
It's not there.
Out
It's
of
never going to
stock.
be there ever again.
I don't know. I'll check maybe one more time today and then I give up. But thank you for joining me. I love having you as a co-host, especially when you explain all of the competitive concepts and everything. I really appreciate that. You do a lot of good work yourself.
Thank you. Not too much competitive stuff for me this week, so I of course lean on you heavily for there. But
yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll get Ancient Roar and Future Flash cards because it comes out in less than a month.
I really hope so. I feel like it's that time, right?
Yeah, it should be happening pretty soon. So
I know some people were anticipating there would be reveals today, but obviously that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I thought there would be last night when they did their update, but nope, it wasn't. It was just the Blastoise, Charizard, Venusaur deck. But okay, thank you everybody for joining us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I don't know, whatever people do.
All this. Do all the social things. Rate it on Apple Podcasts when we get on Apple Podcasts. Rate it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Tell us all the good things.
Right. I still have to add it to Apple Podcasts. I don't have Apple products, so I couldn't log into the thing to do it, but I'll have to get to that this weekend. But okay, thank you everybody for listening, and we hope you enjoyed, and be sure to check pokebeach.com for more details in our articles. And if you want quicker news than a weekly podcast, you can go there to read it, and on our twitter.com/pokebeach, or I guess x.com-pokebeach, and justinbasil.com.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
But wait, not so fast. The Pokemon Company just announced while I was editing this episode that all of the Van Gogh products have now sold out from the Pokemon Center. Big surprise. They don't promise to restock any of it in the future, but they do say that the Pikachu promo cards they're going to try to make available at some point in the future. So presumably they're going to try to print more. Unfortunately, it looks like the merchandise is all gone. So for those of you who were able to grab some, good for you. If you try to go to eBay and stuff, I imagine it's going to be very expensive. Personally, I wanted just like the Sunflora wall print, but I'm not even going to bother with it now because I'm not going to pay crazy prices for any of that. So, yeah, that's unfortunately the situation we're at right now. And this whole rollout has just been one giant disaster. So hopefully the Pokemon Company learns from this going forward and that they make more items available for these kinds of promotions, because now they'll know that, anything with a Pokemon label on it, especially when you mix it with, high art or something that's desirable, it's going to sell out. So, yeah. All right. See you guys next week.